told everyone at the inn that I hadn't planned to take over as manager, that I wanted to leave Inaba. I thought it would be me finally coming clean to everyone. But they all just laughed and said they knew already. It made me realize how small I was. I was surrounded by good people, but I didn't understand that at all. I had myself convinced I had to bear my problems alone. I lied to myself, looked away from small opportunities, and only put my efforts into leaving it all behind. But after making so many good friends like you and Chie, I realized something. If I'm going to take one step at a time away from here, every step I use to run will take me somewhere I don't want to be. And if I keep averting my eyes, one day I might find myself blind to everything. When I open my eyes, I see how vast the world is. If I was alone, I think it would be incredibly scary. But fortunately, I'm surrounded by kind, supportive people. Now I hope I can grow into someone that can support them in turn. I felt myself changing into someone completely different. I keep finding sides of myself I never noticed before, and I love every one of them.
Back then, I was constantly irritated, wondering why that stuff was happening to me. I was overworked just because I was the store manager's son. And on top of that, tons of people took me for granted. I thought no one was thinking about me. But that's not how I feel now. It took a roundabout way realizing this, but one constant in my life is that people rely on me. I thought before that I was shameless for being like that, but I just don't mind it. When I'm doing things for other people, it helps me try harder. When Nanako-chan was kidnapped, didn't you think I was surprisingly on top of things? Of course, I was serious about wanting to save Nanako-chan and solve the case. But mainly, it was because I thought you were going through some tough times. When we were debating dropping Namatame into the TV, I was just seeing red. I was so overwhelmed with hate and wanting to blame everything on him that I stopped thinking for myself. I think the same could be said about what happened to Jeunesse. People just think about their own interests. But if I ignore them and say it's none of my business, I won't get anywhere. I'll forget what's important, and I won't be able to be proud of myself. I won't be able to say I did my best. I want to keep pushing myself like that. I want the people I care about to be happy. There's a lot I'm grateful for from this past year, but the biggest thing, I think it was that I met you. If you ever lose your way, I'll go knock some sense into you. It won't matter if you're at the ends of the earth or in somewhere dark and bleak. That's what partners are for, right?
I went to go visit her while she was there. It was hard for me to see her in that hospital, though. When I was there, Ma looked at me and said, "You've changed." She said, "Your father and I are proud of you, son." Funny, huh? I ain't too bright and I keep causing her all this trouble. She says she's proud of me. I mean, I'm the one who should be proud of her. She raised a punk like me without a single complaint and worked herself to the bone, and no one thanked her for it. I feel like I need to give her some encouragement now and then. Getting kind of leaky here. Ma was right, though. I have changed. It's because I got to know you guys. Until I met you, I was so mad that people saw me as some weirdo that I tried to get back at anyone who looked at me funny. I wasn't holding my head up high. I wasn't proud of myself. But getting to know you better made me realize something. I don't think it matters what kind of guy I am. As long as I can hold my head up high, Ma's gonna be proud of me. Still, I want to become someone that Ma and you guys can be proud of. So I'm gonna spend my life keeping myself in check to make sure I don't lose my way again or start lying to myself. I want to fight for others instead of just for myself. I'd rather die protecting something that matters than worrying if I can win the fight. I think that's the way to be. And one day, I hope I can be strong enough to protect you too.
You remember when I told you before that I had a #1 fan? A girl who was being bullied and would send me letters? She sent me another letter. She says she's going to stop being my fan. She's made friends with somebody, but her new friend is a fan of someone else. It seems she was told something like, "I'll quit being your friend if you stay a Rosette fan." She did say that she'll be cheering for me in her heart, but that she won't be sending me any more letters. You mean you, Senpai? You really are kind. Relationships between people are difficult, aren't they, Senpai? There's something like a mutual respect between her and me. I don't even know what she looks like, but I know she has a pure heart. I also know that she's persistent, but when another person enters the picture, things suddenly get complicated. Throw in 4 or 5 people and it's pure chaos. There's no malice involved, and it's no one's fault. Yet we end up hurting each other, becoming lost. It makes me so tired sometimes. That's why I want to keep trying my best. I mean, I am an idol after all. Make sure you stop me when it looks like I'm trying too hard, okay? I think I'll be able to listen to any advice you have to tell me someday. An idol isn't some doll in a window being held up for public display. I think it means somebody who can endure things and stand their ground, no matter which way they're pushed. Even if that girl doesn't write me letters, I bet she'll still watch me if I'm on TV. I can be her string, as well as many other people's strings. Even though many things may not go my way and I may be troubled, swept off my feet and get lost, I won't lose. I have to protect the smiles of the people who are precious to me. That's the resolve I found after meeting all of you. I feel like my heart is about to burst. I'm so excited about the future now. Hardship and sadness and everything, it can all be changed into the power to take a step forward. I'm still just getting started. You and everyone else, you're all gonna keep changing too, in your own ways.
I started to think studying's kind of fun. Just a little bit. Thinking about Adachi-san made me wonder if he was just weird.
But then I thought, if my life had been different, I could have been just like him. Maybe everybody could. I realized that no matter how trivial something seems, it's related to my life. And that scared me. That's why during history class it hit me suddenly that the history we were studying was all connected to me. The people back then, the things they did, their culture, it's all connected. And it's tied to me too. It's not just something that happened a long time ago in a faraway country. Real people laughed, cried, and died there. Math and physics too. They may not make any sense to me, but they're things I can use to help me understand the world. And when I thought about them that way, I got the urge to study harder. But it still didn't make any sense to me. So I'd give up, and then I'd come back to it again. It's an endless cycle.
I'm good for nothing after all, huh? My way of thinking has changed a lot over this past year. But I think what changed the most is that I like this town now. I didn't hate it before, but it didn't really mean anything to me. Now, though, I realize that everyone is here. Yukiko, Yosuke, even you. All my friends and family.
It was the people I believed in that gave me the strength to see the case through.
So even if some other weird thing shows up again,
I'll be okay as long as everyone's with me. If I believe in them and myself, I can always bounce back. That's what I think.
This place is covered in snow too. It's chilly, but I like the winter and its tranquility. Things have become so peaceful lately. I finally feel like I've gotten used to it. The people of Inaba are thinking about the events that transpired and are making an effort to make the town better. I've heard that a lot of local government projects are being considered, such as bringing back old festivals. It would seem that they're trying to revitalize the town commercially, but I think the people yearn for connection. But as time passes, everything fades away eventually. Whenever I handle a serious case, I always come across a certain problem. Man can forget about painful memories, and in doing so wipe away tears and learn to stand up again. But because we forget, we repeat the same mistake that caused those bad memories in the first place. Being able to get used to difficulty is a strength, but people make mistakes because they get set in their ways. But after meeting you, I feel as if I've found an answer to these doubts. I feel that as long as you can find something precious in your heart, something to protect, you'll be okay. And as long as you have that precious someone, no matter how much you forget, you can strive for a better future. Of course, I have people who are precious to me as well. That's why I'm thinking about doing whatever I can, for them too. This isn't just about me. I draw my strength from everyone else. They keep me alive. I've never considered things like that before. And, of course, the ones who taught me to think that way are none other than you and all my other friends. Thank you. Really. I wonder if this means that I'm still capable of change. I'm going to keep learning from here on. And as long as I do, I can always change. That doesn't just apply to me. I'm sure the same can be said about you, too.
Sensei, why is the sea so huge? The world. I know what that is. It's where everything is, and everything in it is connected. The sea is sparkling. I didn't know anything about anything until I met you and everyone else. Fun things, feelings that make me want to cry. Oh, the sea is so beautiful. I didn't know anything. And I never thought about wanting to learn either. I can feel all kinds of things in the air. All these feelings created after I met all of you. That's my life. It's these different feelings that keep me going. There are still tons of things I don't understand. And I don't know what I'm gonna do from here either. But I've decided that I'm gonna do the best with this life that I can. Even though I was scared, I took a step forward and discovered such a wonderful, shiny world. That's why you too, Sensei. Sensei! Because you're going away soon, I want you to know, Sensei. But I felt like if I told you that you'd leave for good. How long is that in popsicles? If I stop eating them, will it never come? But I'll be okay. It's sad, but being sad is part of life, too. I've made my decision to stop relying on you so much, Sensei. I will now enter the independent 10th chapter of my life, so that this time I can be your Sensei. I'm an all-new model now. Teddy version 3! Or is it 4? Maybe I should study counting first. Oh, but even though I've entered my independent phase, I'm still gonna have Yosuke take care of me. I'm not that independent yet.
Oh, nearly forgot. I'm Chie Sakinaka. You know, I sit next to you, right? Well, nice to meet you. This is Yukiko Amagi.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm sorry that this is so sudden.
I'm Yosuke Hanamura. Nice to meet you.
Some dream keeps me going through the night. Some dream keeps me going through the night.